What's up, everyone? We're at the 2020 Hunt Expo in Salt Lake City, and we're here at the Davis Tents booth. And Jordan and I used the Davis tent on our cow hunt this year, and total game changer. It was in December, super cold, and we used their stove as well. We got the antelope package. It's 12 by 14, but I have Chris Davis here, and I just kind of wanted to have him walk through the packages that you offer.
Yeah, so I know you guys got the 12 by 14 antelope package. Just like all of our packages, that comes with the window, the screen door, the Colorado door, and the eave sleeves. You do get the 3/4 floor. You get all the pole bags, the stove to go with it, a bag for the stove, and a tent bag as well. And then we offer that package in a lot of different sizes, from a 12 by 14, 14 by 16, 16 by 20, and a 16 by 24.
Yeah, so that 12 by 14 we had 2 cots in it, and then we had our dogs with us, so we had some extra stuff for them, but we just put all of our gear along one side, and then we had our cots kind of over by the stove, and then it was really good for 2 people. You could really spread stuff out.
Right. That's the size tent I hunt out of.
Okay.
2 in that tent's great.
Yeah.
You could squeeze a third one in, but if you get that 4th person that wants to come along, you really should probably think about the 14 by 16 or the elk package.
Okay. What about the smallest one?
The smallest tent we make, or stock, is a 10 by 12. Don't have a package on that one currently. I think we are going to set up a turkey package. It'll be set up just the same way as the other ones. And that's great for a guy and his dog.
Nice.
2 is really tight in that tent, but it's perfect for great weekend trips and a good companion dog.
Yeah. We have a buddy that I think he bought one of the antelope packages, and they're going to use it as a cook shack.
Okay.
For I think 6 to 8 people or something like that. Is that something that you would recommend? I mean, a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. And what's great about the cook shacks too, the way we do them is basically just another tent with 2 doors on them. And you can butt them right up to each other and walk through one into the other. Well, what I like about doing 2 separate tents is if it's just you going for the weekend, you could take your 12 by 10 and it's perfect. Or if you have a big group, then you could take both tents and put them together and have one big one. So all of our stoves are the Summit stoves. That's just the name of them.
Oh, sure.
And then the 12 by 14 came with our Valley stove.
Okay.
And what's nice about those is they come complete. You get the hot water tank, the cold grate, the warming tray, all the pipe, spark arrestor, damper, everything but firewood and matches.
Mm-hmm.
So they're pretty well set up. And then we also, on those packages, include the bag that it goes in, which is great if you're throwing it in the back of a SUV so you don't get the soot or the ash all over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really nice. So the fabric that you're using, we can see here that there's water standing in it. It's super cool.
Right. And I get a lot of people that look at this and they say, wow, it's got to be the treatments that does that. And it's not really the treatments that allows that water to be sitting there. It's how tightly woven the canvas is. If you take a single strand out of there and you start untwisting it, there's actually 2 threads to make one. So it gives it a tighter weave. You think about it like linens, the more threads per square inch, the better the sheets are.
Mm-hmm.
It should be the same way with canvas. Right now the industry standard is ounces. So everybody thinks a 12 ounce is better than a 10 ounce or a 15 is superior to all.
Yeah.
But that's not true anymore. It was when my grandpa first started making tents, but technology has come such a long ways. And what also is nice about the treatments that we do use on our tents is they're 100% breathable. So you don't get any condensation inside. You can put your mouth anywhere against the tent and actually breathe through it. And the benefit of that is you don't have the water dripping down on top of you, and it's comfortable to be in.
Yeah. Different frame options.
Yeah, so we offer 2 different frames. With the packages, you get the internal frame, which is by far and away the most popular.
Yeah.
I really like it because you don't have any poles in the middle, so you can put a table there or a cot. Then we offer our traditional pole system. And it's great for guys that are packing in on horses or ATVs, and it breaks down a lot smaller. It weighs a lot less, so it is easier to pack in. But the downside to them is you do have the poles in the middle of your tent.
Okay. Yeah, we really like the setup time on the internal frame is not bad at all. And I've been around some other wall tents, not very many, but some with the internal frame system, and each coupler had to go in a certain place, and then the poles had to go, it was hard. It was like a puzzle piece. Whereas your guys' is like all those little sections were cut the same length, and you could just.
That is the nice
it was
thing.
simple. Yeah, it was simple and a lot faster to set up.
Absolutely. After you do it once or twice, I'm sure like you could do it in 15, 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
And by having all your poles the same length, all your rafters are the same, you could put them at the front of the tent or the back of the tent, where other tent manufacturers, I know they have to go in certain spots, which in the dark is always hard to try to figure out.
Yeah, for sure. So what other accessories do you include?
We have a ton of different accessories. Things that aren't included in those packages that are really nice are like our small organizer. I like it next to the cot to put my glasses, flashlight, pistol in.
Yeah.
And then we have a large organizer, and I keep it right behind my stove because I cook right off our stove.
Really?
So pots, pans, dishes, paper towel. And then the really nice thing about it is I leave the bottom row empty, and that's where we dry our boots out at night too.
Okay.
Get them off the ground but close to the stove too.
Oh, that's awesome. And then you guys also include like a solar light system.
Yeah.
And those lights really, they work well.
They do work really good. And what's cool about those lights is, yes, they're solar charged off the panel, but at night you can charge your cell phone or your GPS unit right off the light bulb itself, which is really cool and handy.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that we do is the stove fans. I don't know if you have one of those.
Yeah, I think we have them coming,
Yeah, they're pretty slick because it keeps that temperature even throughout the whole tent.
Yeah.
And especially on bigger tents, that's an issue. But having one of those on there makes it a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, awesome. People can find you at Davis Tents.
Yep, davistent.com.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. We've been loving ours.
Good.
So if anybody has any questions, you should just get a hold of them.